I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that
Ladies
song.
and gentlemen, he went to Chicago. He hung out with his lady, and he did not break out in cuffs. It was another Ralph Male dub. Ring it up. Ethan Ralph, welcome to the program.
Let's go. Good morning, Mr. M. Holt. How you doing, sir?
You know what? I'm doing phenomenal. It's Holy Week. It's Monday, Thursday. We've got a great show going right now. Oz is going to be here in a little bit. And now you're here, safe in Merida, Mexico, out of Chicago. No trips to the pen, no interactions with the police, nothing. You made it out alive. I think we got to consider that a win.
You got to consider it a Ralph Mel dub. That's right. No official interactions with the police on my end, at least, and no outstanding indictments that I'm aware of. And I'm back in the warm embrace of Merida, Mexico. Although I just told you this in private, I lost my mouse for my computer. I'm looking the battery pack. It doesn't look so good either. So I have to do a few tech related things today. But other than that, all good, and my cat's all good too.
Most people, when they say I have to do some tech stuff, it's like programming. I don't really know if you have to do tech stuff. You have to go buy a mouse.
Yeah, I have to buy a mouse and probably a battery pack, which is a little more troublesome. But I'll figure it out. Yeah, well, I'll figure it out. You know, these things happen. I'm trying not to be down about anything because a lot of people you mentioned that wanted to see me in jail. They were openly rooting for that, saying that. So yeah, it was a wild situation.
The latest is I'm going to go to jail because I'm coaching people. I'm teaching people how to box without a license.
Yeah, I remember being in the industry there. They came up with some pretty good ones about you too, honestly. You get used to it, right? The longer you've been around and some of this fan fiction you see going around, and a lot of times I don't even hear about it until I get tagged on Twitter or something like that. This one I did hear about the whole Chicago controversy. This
internet level is not as bad. Like when you're the #1 morning show host in a market, and it's all of the hatred at you is local. It's at your grocery store. Because I was a controversial kind of a shock jock figure. People loved me, they hated me. And like you go to the grocery store, you either get handshakes or you get looks. You go to any kind of store, any kind of event, any kind of thing, and it's either Aaron, good to see you, or I fucking hate you, I can't stand your show. And it hits different when it's right in front of your face. So this is actually kind of a little reprieve. Yeah. And the people online are mentally, like, certifiably insane. So some of their shit's kind of funny. Like it's kind of entertaining. It gets you through boredom sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I have laughed at some of the bigger whoppers. You raised a good point though. A lot of this, I was talking to Scarlett actually, and she, there's a lot of times she'll see something that I won't see because she's consuming way more of the like negative videos and content and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, you don't really want to watch all that. You can kind of escape it for the most part online, at least at the level we're at, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, the top guys can't really. Asmongold probably ain't going to go out. But even him, man, online
he can avoid it. Yeah, he can avoid it.
Yeah, online fame is different than fame. And I don't even consider myself online famous. Online infamous, yes.
Yeah.
I get that. That makes a lot of sense.
So let me ask you a few questions, and these are housekeeping questions that need to be asked, and all of them prefaced with all due respect. Do you feel like the bar's a little low for you? You and I joked that, hey, if I don't break out in cuffs, it was a pretty good trip. Do we maybe need to sit down and talk? If we're going to do this Scarlett thing, if we're going to, you even tweeted yourself, I'm going back because I'm insane. So there's self-awareness to that, and I think that's good. Do you think that maybe we got to sit down with the little lady and have a talk and talk about like relationship goals and how we get out of the, if neither of us goes to the hospital, bleeds, or gets arrested, it was a good trip phase of the relationship?
Yeah, we could probably be a little more orderly here and there with some of our behavior. There's no doubt about that. I don't know. I'm not saying anything, any criminal malfeasance, of course, but you can always clean up a little bit, probably. And I don't know. Yeah, I was happy with that tweet though. That one, I was reading it back and I was like, wow, that one was really, that's kind of pointed there. But because I already knew what everybody was going to say, I was already past security at the airport yesterday and voluntarily walked back out past security. It's funny you mentioned some of the whoppers because I saw an A-Log had tweeted that I was being blackmailed, and that's why I went.
Wait, what?
I was being blackmailed by Scarlett, and that's why I went back. That's not the case, by the way, just to clear up the wilder fantasy that I heard.
I would like to know if they have specifics. What I need to know, what would Scarlett, in their mind, blackmail you about?
Well, they had a whole theory that she had video of all this and that. First off, that's not usually how crime works unless it's, something huge, right? Like if it's some dispute and you go take a video a week later, usually that's not going to be whatever.
What secret things is she going to have on you? You put a picture of your cock in her asshole on Twitter.
Well, no, I wasn't quite in her ass, but like it was in the viewpoint.
I'm sorry. I don't. You're right. You're right. We need to be accurate here. I don't want to. Let's not split hairs.
Right, exactly. Don't split hairs for sure. But I don't know. There's some stuff we could do to.
I was just going to ask you. Do you think there's some areas we can because a lot of people are just. You've obviously read it. They're like and I've said this before. You guys got to stay the fuck away from each other. Could you at least, if you guys are going to do this, could you at least admit that there's things will definitely need to change from the status quo if this is going to last?
I think we're burning pretty brightly, and there's been a lot of cool stuff too, a lot of fun times. I think obviously, just for me, not speaking for anybody else, probably should go back to drinking lightly. If at all, that would probably be a good strategy. Just also, man, you get into those party zones. I don't have to tell you, you've had a couple there, right?
Oh no, didn't you hear? I'm a bitch.
I heard something, but it gets to be. I'm 40 years old, so you see all that gray hair. I came by them honestly, and it gets to be a little bit of a grind. So anyway, I'm back here now and feeling good. I'll rehydrate today, and which I've already been doing, and get some technical objects.
Yeah, you sound good. No one would say you haven't earned those gray hairs. That's for sure. And you're like a child star. We've watched you grow up in front of our eyes. But I do want to ask you about that night. Well, it was morning because I was watching it just before the show started when Scarlett cut her foot. She had said she said you didn't do anything to her. Then she said you left her there. Then she said and this is a quote, you threw her skull. Her foot, she's bleeding all over the sidewalk. It looks really, really bad. People are tweeting, Ralph's going to get arrested, all of this stuff. Can you tell us from your end of things? Because I still don't understand from watching her video. Could you tell us from your end what happened there if you can?
Yeah, I could go by, second by second through. That's probably not the smartest idea to go second by second through that, only to say, no crimes were committed on either end. I did see, I was made aware of the cut foot, of course, saw that, and she did go get medical attention on that and get it stitched out. And we reconciled. There was a difference there, but like you said, I don't know. I didn't go back through and watch all the footage, but there was never any alleged criminality against me the whole entire time. So I've seen some things that are absolutely not true, that I beat her and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I can tell you that's not the case at all. And, if it was, we wouldn't have reconciled. However ill-advised you think that may be.
Sure.
So,
but you know me. I'm only going to tell you things are ill-advised just based on my own experience. So I definitely have an experience bias on things like this.
Well, there's nothing. There's a couple of not things with her. I won't go into some of our stays there that we have to iron out too. Like maybe some controversy where we were staying at the hotel. I'm also keeping that in mind too. So it's a long story, but when you roll, can you hear me?
Now we're good. Okay.
Yeah, my screen just cut off on my phone. Yeah, I said when you come in and you burn so brightly at these hotels, sometimes you get attention. Not criminal, nothing criminal, but maybe they overcharge you for your stay and all this shit.
Yeah.
There's still some, yeah.
I don't think if she stepped on glass in the room, I don't think the blood on the carpet is going to be go without a charge.
Yeah, like I said, there's a little, but there's no carpet. It's like hardwood floor in there. I don't know.
Well, that'll clean up easy then.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's just a little,
just a little blood. But I doubt that that's the first time that motel has seen blood.
Yeah, you would think so. I don't know. But yeah, that one. There was another hotel adventure the next night. Man, I won't go into it, but we gotta love our hotel operators, what kings and queens they are in America.
Yeah. Can I ask you again, just your personal opinion? This is not a character statement. This is a genuine question I'm curious of. Do you ever think to yourself while any of this is going on and say, fuck, I'm too old for this shit?
Yeah, I just got through kind of alluding to that. Most people, don't go this long in their career, partying and all that stuff and living life to the fullest, as they say. And then, it's a real slog at this point.
Ralph, I only know of one guy, and I don't think that's a road you want to go down.
No, because usually you're either dead by now or you're tired of that shit by now.
Yeah.
And maybe you have a day or two here and there, but you don't do it like that. Yeah. So having said all this, we're scheduled to go to Vegas.
It's back on?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're it's back to the OG plan. I mean,
where you staying? Wait, oh no, don't. No. You know what? I was talking to you like a friend would talk to a friend when he's going on vacation. Not real. I'm like, that'll be fun. Tell me your room number.
Well, it's so pathetic though, because that's what normal people do. It's like, where are you staying? And maybe they have some suggestions or tips or thoughts or whatever. But yeah, when you're a cigar man. I highly recommend. You've probably been there before, but the Monte Cristo Cigar Bar at Caesars is one of my favorite places. I love that place. It's awesome, and I have been there, but it's been like 3 or 4 years since I've been there. Yeah. So Caesar's Palace, epic. We're gonna go back, I think, to the original plan of Vegas. That's what we were talking about there.
Marriage.
Well, I mean, you'll have to tune in and see. I guess live from Las Vegas,
the illustrious Killstream wedding.
That's right. We've never done one of those before. Oh wait, let me check my notes here. I think. Yeah, we did. We did. Well, the sequel's got to be bigger and better. I think by terms of headlines, good or bad. I think it's already up there, really, even in this. Month period? So,
I'll say this.
I spent 14 days of the month or so, something like that, with Scarlett.
Yeah.
You're
alive.
Special.
You're alive.
Oh, I know. Only a few of those days required some type of agency intervention. But yeah.
I was going to tell you earlier, all great relationships start with the phrase, no alleged criminality was involved.
Well, you have to, there's a time for jokes, there's a time for laughs, and then there's, hold on, let me think about this a little bit. But yeah, I want to be careful with my words there, Mr. Immole. You understand.
I understand. So I have, there was one other thing that I wanted to ask you about, but I had to get my stupid joke in. Okay, I remember. One of the fans yesterday, we were talking about the idea of Ralph going into a Catholic church in the very Catholic area of Mexico, going back to my last ask of you the last time you were on, and we got to the part of the scenario where you actually dove so deep, because you can have an addictive personality from time to time, and got so deep into the Catholicism in this scenario we were playing out that you actually joined the priesthood. And I think we would all love to see Ethan Ralph holds Sunday Mass. I think it's something you should consider.
Well, I've considered that. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through sixth grade, even though I'm not Catholic. So I say this on the show fairly often. I've been to more masses than most Catholics due to that, because we would go 3-4 times a week there. St. Michael's Catholic School, West Memphis, Arkansas. Shout out to St. Michael's. Anyway. The Red Knights. Okay. But yeah, so I have a pretty solid background in Catholicism. I almost did that when I was a kid, but my dad wouldn't have cared for that, I don't think.
You know what? You say you've gone to more Catholic Mass than most Catholics. I have to, again, this is an opinion statement, not a fact statement. I don't think it took, buddy.
Well, we pick up teachings here and there when maybe we don't follow them to the letter, right?
Sure.
We aspire to that, Let the without sin cast the first stone. I think that's how it goes, something like that.
Yeah, close enough. All right, man.
Close enough. Yeah. You know what I mean. Come on. I know. Do all that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You're in the neighborhood. All right. Well, you know what? Good luck in Las Vegas. I think it would be wonderful for you two to take these next 8 days and do a lot of talking, a lot of conversation, a lot of communication, and figure out how we're going to remove the no alleged criminality involved part from our relationship. We're not going to have any cuts. We're not going to have any bruises. We're not going to have any incarcerations. We're going to have like you guys can do like a normal, shitty, middle-class tourist Vegas trip together, and it'll be lovely.
I hope for nothing more than that. You know what? Let's put a pin in it. Let's do another after-action report after Vegas.
Okay.
If I'm allowed to use the telephone freely.
If you call into this show after Vegas and it says, this is a call from the Clark County Detention Facility,
that'll be the most epic call-in, I think, of all time. But yeah, man, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Shout out to Scarlett, and I do love her. That's, again, you call me whatever. I don't care. So I've been called everything. It is what it is.
Sure.
But look forward to Vegas. I'm gonna try to stream sometime today. We'll see as far as the battery pack and stuff goes, but I'll work on that. And yeah, man, I just appreciate you coming on. Had a good time. So,
all right. Well, thanks for calling in, and get your stuff together. Do a show today, but take a nap at some point.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Thank you, man. Shout out to your audience as well. We Cowboys, the Cowboys.
Later, buddy.
Later.
Ethan Ralph of the Kill Stream. Follow him on Rumble.
Dirty Jersey. Dirty Jersey rat. Dirty Jersey rat. Dirty Jersey.
You broke my heart, Dirty Jersey. You broke my heart. Mainly by including Granny. That's my main issue.
You know what? You weren't. I know that your ass was not going to bring this up.